Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the corporate world and turn boring filings into understandable stories. Today we are looking at a company where two board members decide to take a hike, but not in a good way. And before we dive in, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can continue the conversation. So, what's the big deal? Two directors, Beth Kaplan and Stephen Shepsman, from Howard Hughes Holdings decided they won't be sticking around for re-election at the next big meeting in 2025. That's like two key players leaving the team right before the championship game. Let's find out more. Alright, so Beth Kaplan and Stephen Shepsman, big shots on the board of directors at Howard Hughes Holdings, said they're not going to try to get re-elected in 2025. This is important because board members help steer the company, and when two leave, it can change things, especially if they are important leaders. Now, here's the kicker. They didn't leave because they were fighting with the company or its leaders. That's a good thing. Sometimes when directors bail, it's because there's trouble brewing. But in this case, it seems like they just decided it was time to move on. Maybe they want to spend more time with their families or dedicate time to other opportunities. The company is now in the hunt for replacements. Finding the right people to fill those spots is crucial. They need people who know their stuff and can help the company make good decisions. Think of it as finding the perfect puzzle pieces to keep the whole picture looking good. The company board is responsible for making critical decisions that include executive compensation, dividend policies, and strategic decisions. These two vacancies could leave a huge gap in the future. Essentially, Howard Hughes Holdings is just letting everyone know that two key people are stepping down from the board. It's a heads up to investors and anyone else who follows the company, such as its competitors. This information is public because companies have to tell everyone about important changes like this. It keeps things fair and transparent, so no one gets blindsided. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What does all this mean for Howard Hughes Holdings? Well, on the one hand, it could be a good thing. New board members might bring fresh ideas and perspectives that could shake things up in a positive way and help the company grow. On the other hand, it could be a bit of a challenge. The company will need to find people who are just as good as or even better than the ones who are leaving. That's not always easy. It will be very important for the company to make sure the next board members understand the company's vision and understand the complex industries they operate in. As for the strengths and weaknesses, well, Howard Hughes Holdings definitely has some strong points. They're in the real estate and development game, which can be very profitable. They also have a good reputation. But like any company, they have their weaknesses too. Finding and keeping good leaders is always a challenge, and these departures highlight that. One notable risk is the economy. If the economy takes a dip, people might not be as willing to buy homes or invest in real estate, and that in turn affects Howard Hughes Holdings. Overall, this company seems to be navigating a bit of a transition. It will be interesting to see who they bring in to fill those board seats and how those new people will shape the company's future. Alright, that's our breakdown of Howard Hughes Holdings' latest filing. The departure of the two board members will have a huge impact on the company, especially when it comes to making future company decisions. What's your take on these changes and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.